Blue Cut, Cajon Creek. Got our waders on. Water is down considerably. Got some rocks up here. Looks like there's a bend in the creek, so we'll go up here a ways. See if we can find a nice spot to set up. We'll go swimming again. Pissed off if I go wet again. Really sandy. Good sand. I don't know if there's a bend in the river up there or not. Alright, good morning YouTube, everyone. Saturday morning, was able to get out again, and you know, I said that I wasn't going to come back to the Blue Cut in the Cajon Pass here in Southern California, but I'm optimistic. I'm going to give it another try. It's I get really close to where I live. Not really close, but I mean it's close to where I live. And last time I was out here, this was in flood state, but water's died down a bit. As you can see, that's the upstream. So this is I believe this is the Cajon Creek in the Blue Cut off of Route 66, and you know, it doesn't get much easier than this. And right behind these trees, that's the roadway. Right behind these trees up there is the telephone pole. That's where my car is parked. So, I mean, it's literally just jumping over a wall and walking down the side of the bank. Went upstream. I thought there was a decent curve where I could find an inside bend. Didn't prove to be that. It was really sandy, and you know, it's just a slow, gentle curve. But on my way back, looking for somewhere to set up, this is what I come across. You got these big boulders here. You got this boulder here. You got this boulder here, and gravels through here. So there's an eddy in this area, and there's a deposit of gravel and sand. Pretty decent sized gravel too. Rocks, not gravel, but like that. In between those rocks. So this rock here, when this is in flood state, this is creating, I mean, it's diverting the water over here, and then it eddies right there. So that's where that's dropped off. That's a low pressure area, and this is the faster water running off this way. And you can see it ran off over there, runs off over this way on that rock too. So that's a decent drop. I'm going to put my box there. This looks probably, I don't know, I mean, there's at least a foot of material, a foot and a half of material probably, maybe more, between these rocks, and all jumbled up where my box is right there. So I want to work these gravels. Super easy. I'll dig them out here and just dump them right there on my box, where I set my box up right there. And you can see back there too, there's another gravel bar where these two currents went around. So the current went around here, current goes around there, and so that's probably another eddy. Big ass train. That's another eddy spot. So, you know, I've got a pretty easy setup. I don't know if there's going to be any gold here, but we'll run for the period. It's not going to be hard to to process a bunch of material really fast. And the water, I got a steep drop. Water's going to back up. I'm gonna dam this off, and the water flow is going to be perfect. And it'd be nice because I brought my sluice stand, so I'll prop up the back end, and I won't have to build a platform for it. But I'm going to work this what I'm standing on, and then that, and see if there's anything. And if not, I mean, it's early. It's 6 in the morning right now. I'll just head on downstream and make my way. A lot of boulders everywhere, a lot of deposits behind the boulders, so we're hopeful. All right, let me get my box set up, and I'll bring it back on. Okay, so you can see my tailings piles. This was a hole that was up to my knees. And now my tailing pile needs to be cleared. But I wanted to show you something about this creek, and I've been at this a couple years. I still don't know. I mean, there's so much that I still don't know. But I just want to show you this creek. I'm just gonna say it's notorious, and even though it probably doesn't have any notoriety outside of what I'm saying right now. But look at these streaks of black sand. That is all black sand. Black sand. Now, if this was Flower Gold Wizard, or anyone who does beach prospecting, this is probably a good sign. But I don't know. So, looking back, the hole I'm digging is right there. Okay, you got this gravel bar in this deposit with all this black sand here, and you can see it's diverted. The creek is diverted around these rocks, and then that big rock. So that rock in this creates an eddy right here. Well, it goes this way, I guess. It creates this eddy, and all this gravel and sand and black sand deposited right in this area. Here's the fast current. There's the fast current, and here's the fast current, and you see no black sand. But on this gravel bar where I'm standing, all black sand. All black sand. All black sand right through there. And then it stops right there where this fast current comes. So this is an eddy. You can see the water eddying right here in the hole that I've dug, now that there's a hole. So all this gravel and black sand was deposited in this low pressure area. And you see here too, it's swirling backwards around that rock. It's creating another eddy. So my best guess, at least in this area, is to work this. And so I'm going to dig this down as much as I can, and I'll just trench this out right here. I'm only taking 5, 6, 7 steps back to my box. My box is set up. It's running a little bit hot, but I can't. I don't know, you know. Now that I'm not running big coarse rocks, maybe it's time to raise the end of my box and see if I can get it set up a little bit different, a little slower current, since I'm dumping full shovelfuls. Another thing I want to point out, look at this bedrock. Those crevices are mighty tempting. Mighty tempting. So I'm thinking, before the day's done, I'm going to dam this up right here. And I'm going to take my pry bar and try to bust as much of that stuff apart and see if I can get a picker or just some bigger gold. I don't even know if I've seen any gold. Since I'm going to raise the end of my box, maybe I'll do a clean out right now just to see. But I don't want to be discouraged. I don't know. I haven't seen anything in the V-matting. And again, this is running really hot. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do a clean out and we'll see. Tell you what, I don't mind being wrong every now and again, but I hate being wrong about gold. That right there, get it in the water. The teeniest, tiniest little speckle. Teeniest, tiniest little speckle. So, I'm moving on down the road. Alright. We're going to shake the spot. I ain't happy with one speck. One speck. Probably 20 buckets of material. I cracked that open. A lot of clay in there, didn't find anything. so it's time to move on. Oh. Time to move on. So that's why I'm stepping off another hole and go for another swing. I don't remember how to get out of here. I think that's where I came in. Good time up over there. Michael, where you stop, boy? Cone Creek. I'm parked right where I'm standing, and I'm going right there back where I was. There's a big old wall of graffiti. I don't know what the hell that thing was. Anyway, there's a trestle. There's a tunnel under the bridge, or under the trestle there. And the path down is right there. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. I brought the drone. Made sure that the software was updated. I forgot the battery pack for the drone. So no drone video today. But let's get down there and see what we can get. Okay. Back at my spot. There's the one hole I was digging, and then just there is where I'm going to be digging. The water was up here. This is where I set up my box. So I'm just going to throw some of those out there and divert some of this water. As you can see, I want to get my shade here and get a better look. The place has completely changed. This is just there's no water coming through here compared to what it was before. So anyway, that's a rock canyon, and swift water's coming through there, comes around here, and this is an inside bend. Okay, so you see where the rocks started dropping off, and then the bigger rocks are piling up right there. So that's, I'm thinking when the water's running, this is coming here and creating an eddy over there. And so that's what I'm going to do. Let's get to it. All right, man, is it hot? It's still 9 o'clock, maybe 10 at the latest. It is hot. All right, so that's the hole I've started. I'm only down about a foot. I'm getting into some roots. I'm gonna have to. These aren't big roots. I mean, they're from that tree, obviously, but they're not big roots. But they're just the spider roots. I'm gonna have to dig down through those a little bit. But here's where I got the box set up. Not quite a perfect V. It's not running very fast. So the bigger rocks are getting hung up, and I'm gonna have to clear them. But there's not a lot of big rocks around here to create a decent wing dam. I'd like to divert all that water. And somebody left this big old tripod thing here. It was just in the riverbed, so I'm gonna pack that out. But it makes it makes a good addition to the wing dam. I don't see anything in the V matting, but again, I'm not very expectant. Black sand's clearing out pretty good. Not much of an exchange right there. I like to see, you can see some of the black sand right there. I like to see all of that exchange. Again, the water flow is not very strong. So, if I drop the back of the box, and the picture's pretty good right now, but if I drop the back of the box, it's just going to bring the front of the box up, and it's going to decrease the water flow, even though it'll create more of an angle. I'm just going to keep running it like this. I'm not going to do a clean out until the very end. Alright, so this is the progress on the hole. Not quite 3 feet yet, but we're getting there, we're close. There was probably a foot of root matting that I had to get through just to get down there. Anyway, it's hot. We'll take a quick walk upstream, look around. Didn't do much exploring last time, so we'll take a break right now and catch my breath, get some water, maybe a snack, and we'll come back at it for a little while. So a co-worker of mine mentioned a place where there's this great big wall and a lot of people come and do graffiti art, tag. Some of this is actually really attractive. Some of it. But I don't know if this is the place that she mentioned. I have to clue her in and have her take a look. I mean, this is a cool little grotto type area. I like this. Except for the graffiti, but anyway, to each his own. Big steep rock canyon. Some poison oak all over the place. So I have to pay attention so we're not walking into it. This looks like a promising place, but water's too fast to set up a box anywhere. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get across this. It's rattlesnake season. I don't want to be tempting fate by tromping through the underbrush. I'll take my time walking through here, make sure I don't go swimming again. I want to keep mentioning that because being here just reminds me of it, and it bugs the hell out of me. Pretty nasty. There's some bedding and stuff everywhere. There's people when they come down here to picnic or spend the day. A lot of people don't. Maybe their stuff gets dirty and it's just not worth it to them to pack it out, but look at what it looks like, you know. Nobody wants to come back to that. Okay. Here's the train trestle. Upstream, up the creek. Gotta wonder, there's any gold in here. Don't know where the source of this is. Cool little waterfall in there. I wonder. Look. Don't touch it. Big old heavy plate off the railroad. Well, you hear there's a train going over. This is actually really cool.